All right, here we are in our run and drive video for a little 74,000 mile 86 Nissan Sentra 2-door. Got her running, coming up to temperature. We're hiding in the shade here because it's about 90 degrees. And if the sun's too strong, you won't be able to see all the lights working. You know, got the license plate lights working. All the tail lights are shining nice and bright. Running nice and smooth. You can hear it running, you know, it does have that little hole in the muffler, but it doesn't have an exhaust sound muffler or exhaust leak or anything like that. Exhaust leak sound or anything like that. It sounds really nice. One thing I like about this car is I hate door chimes, but this thing has the most amazing little soft little cute door chime to it. You know, windows go up and down, really nice and smooth. Doors lock. Show you, you push down for the gas door, pull up for the trunk. All that stuff works good. You can see the trunk got a nice popper to it. Shoots right up. Gas door's out. It's really nice and clean in there. Still got the Nissan cap. Locks really nice. It's got a smooth little knob on it, so my hand keeps popping off, but it's got the original, all the owner's manuals. I got the brochure back at the office, the cool little warranty deal on the stereo deck. Got some cassettes. I got George Jones, Porter Wagner, Willie Nelson, and Charlie Pride. I'm gonna probably go with Willie Nelson here, pop that thing in. I'll get the hood opened up. Cool, it's still got all its original glass. I just love that little door chime. Here's your adjuster for the brightness on your dash and everything like that. I got this turned off just so it didn't wear down the battery, but that's for door, and it'll go off on, it'll stay on. So put it in the middle for door, and you'll see it goes out, and it goes out for both doors. You can see it working. So it's cool to see everything work on this little guy. Running nice and smooth. Just got that little 4-cylinder, 4-banger sound, really clean underneath here. Recent oil change, all the coolant. The oil's good when we got it. We still have the oil change decal in there from before because it just kind of verifies the miles. The belts were replaced, air filter, spark plugs, ignition wires, cap, rotor, all that stuff. But just kind of left that in there to show us, you know, verifies the miles. But it, I'll pop that out before it goes to the new owner because it does have a brand new oil change, so it wouldn't need an oil change till 77,000. Obviously the e-brake light works good. I mean the e-brake, the emergency brake works. Here's your defroster. Click that on, it goes on. Obviously don't need it because of the how warm it is. I want a brand new wiper, so I don't want to wear those guys out. You will see the blue light right now. Low beams are on, and your high beam light works. Your cigarette lighter works. If you need to plug in your charger or anything, it is warm. It is just kind of isn't bright red. That's your AM selector. So let's go Willie Nelson, show you that the old cassette stereo works. Oh man, that's like the best song on here. Change the tone. Alrighty, so we'll get that turned off. We'll go ahead and let go of the e-brake. Oh, it does have doesn't have tilt steering, but it's got this little deal down here to where if you need to lower it down. I'm not sure what they call that, but I like it up top there. Clutch feels really good. Take the e-brake light comes off and we start rolling away. So I think we got everything dialed in there. Alrighty, this thing, I know some people are probably like, oh, who cares? It's just a 86 Nissan Sentra, but this thing, it's just, I just love finding these little oddballs. You know, it's just amazing. You know, it's always what people choose to treasure or to shove away in their garage or take care of. You know, 2 owners. One owner most of its life. If I remember off the top of my head, the original owner sold it in 2020. And that's probably when the oil change was done. And the new owner barely drove it. This thing is a blast to drive, and it's kind of like a, you know, you look at the fuel economy of brand new vehicles, and you look at this one that's, you know, what are we talking, you know, 35 years almost. And this thing got 43 miles a gallon. It's unbelievable. It's like they, you know, Nissan mastered the fuel economy, you know, over 3 decades ago. But it's carbureted. It's just unbelievable if you read up on this car. And that's what really happened. That's what's so amazing to me on this car is that's what happened to these. These were bought to buy and commute. This was the 80s. You drive the heck out of it, put a couple 100,000 miles on it, a few 100,000, and then you let your kids drive it to school, and then when they wreck it or motor blows up, you toss it aside and send it off. And you know, people didn't stick these things aside to fix them up later or to cherish them. So it's just kind of like a little unicorn here. Okay, hopefully the traffic allows here, we'll get going through all 5 gears here. It shifts really nice and smooth through all the different gears. Nice tight shifts with the you know, tight shift pattern. Clutch feels really good. The third. And the fourth. And the fifth there. So I mean, it scoots pretty good. Doesn't have an RPM gauge or anything. That would be something that's pretty nice. You need the fuel gauge and you got your temperature gauge. Both those are looking good. It's got good Michelins on it. Not very old at all. So ride smooth on the road. It's got, you know, all these kind of cars, these Preludes and all these things have some road noise. But I mean, it's just a easy to drive little cruiser. And you can downshift. No grinding. I mean, this has got like a little rally car. I'm sure there's plenty of teenagers back in the day that beat on these things pretty hard, especially the 5 speeds. Gonna go ahead and dip off of here. You can see it just brakes really nice, straight and smooth. No shaking or anything like that, or pulling, no noises. All the CV boots look good. There's no clicking or anything when you turn tight. You know, roll the window down, maybe you hear the drive a little bit better. There's no clicking. Here's some potholes, you know, we're doing 25. Some patches there. It's just a really nice, quiet car. You know, not a big dollar car, but it's just, you know, this is kind of just a fun little flashback car. If you always remember seeing one, it's been ages since I've seen one. I mean, I don't know if I've ever really even, you know, when I did see them back in the day, I don't even know if I noticed them, but nowadays they stick out to me. It's just a cool little cruiser. But it's still, you know, you could buy it and drive it, and you just can't get hurt on these things. You know, they're not huge money. You get killer fuel economy if you want to look different on the freeway, but get just as good, if not better, fuel economy than a brand new car. This little cruiser's it. And we're gonna come in tight here. I'm gonna let this guy kind of get some space. You know, in second, downshift in a second, no grinding or chirping. And get really slow here, and then you'll see it's just got nice tight 90. No clicking. You see the steering wheel turns just about as much of a rotation it should. I'll come into the brakes, doesn't shake or anything like that. I think I've asked that guy a million times back there about that Toyota. He just lets it sit there. Tight here. Nice responsive throttle. Carburetor's no issues. She's all dialed in, nice and crisp. It's kind of fun driving a little 4-cylinder carbureted car. It's a totally different experience. It gives a different exhaust note is the biggest thing. So all right, this is going to no reserve, 74,000 mile, 86 Nissan Sentra 2-door.